Hey friends, Gary here, welcome to today's video. I love Micro Four Thirds camera system so much. I think it is the best everyday camera system. It is small, it is lightweight, but it can produce great image quality. And ever since I switched to Micro Four Thirds back in 2014, I always love to document my everyday life with this camera system. However, to be honest with you guys, my everyday life is actually pretty boring. I don't travel that much, I don't explore new places, I don't skydive, I don't jump and dive into the ocean, I don't hike erupting volcanoes or any of those typical activities that big influencers usually do. So now I want a Micro Four Thirds lens that has a little bit of that punch, that extra secret sauce, so that I can turn my boring, mundane, everyday life pictures to become more interesting. And I think I finally found the answer to that problem, and it's the Panasonic Leica 25mm f1.4. So I got a great deal on the Mark I version. This is not the Mark II version. The difference between this one and the Mark II is that the Mark II has a slightly better autofocus and also it is weather resistant, but optical quality remains the same. So now allow me to share some of my findings regarding about this lens. Anyway, first let's talk about the specification of this lens, and let's begin by talking about the focal length. 25mm. Yeah, right away I wanna be honest with you guys. I don't really like the 25mm normal focal length. It's not wide, it's not tight, it's somewhere in between, and it's kind of weird in my opinion. I never really like it. I always prefer either something that is wider than 25mm or something that is tighter than 25mm. This just sits in that weird limbo in my opinion. But my philosophy with the 25mm right now is that I want something that is a little bit zoomed in compared to my normal preference, which is a normal wide lens, so that it can, produce better background blur and also can deliver less clutter. At the same time, it's not a full-blown telephoto lens yet, so it's still okay for everyday photography needs. I think the 25mm focal length is the perfect environmental portrait focal length, product photography, detail shots, everyday life photography, just the perfect EDC photography lens. I will share some sample photos later on when I'm talking about image quality. This lens also has the very large f1.4 aperture. Currently, this is the lens with the largest aperture that is autofocus in my entire Micro Four Thirds lens collection. And with that large f1.4 aperture, you can get better background blur that I think is very important for everyday photography, to give that little bit of spice that I was talking about earlier in this video, and also to help in lower light situation. Anyway, this lens is about the same size as my Panasonic Leica 9mm f1.7, which is a typical size of a prime lens for Micro Four Thirds, slightly on the fatter side, especially when compared to my Panasonic Leica 15mm f1.7, but not really that much bigger. Speaking about the weight, it is about 200 grams, a little bit hefty for my preference. I always prefer something that is lighter, but I can still tolerate it even with my lighter camera such as my Panasonic Lumix G100 or even my lightest camera, the Panasonic Lumix G-F9, or also known as the GX850. Now let's do a little bit of a fashion show showcasing the 25mm installed on many different Micro Four Thirds camera bodies. So this is how the Panasonic Leica 25mm f1.4 looks on a Panasonic Lumix G100. It looks balanced, it feels great, and it's just overall really nice. And this is how the Panasonic Leica 25mm looks on my Panasonic Lumix G-F9. Even though it is a small camera body, I think it still feels very balanced and overall really nice as well. Even though it's a little bit heavy, I think it's very tolerable. This is how the Panasonic Leica 25mm looks on my Panasonic Lumix GX85. I think this is the best combo. It feels so nice, so balanced. Overall, it's very ergonomic. As you can see right here, it is also very handsome. This is how the Panasonic Leica 25mm looks on my Panasonic Lumix GX8. Again, very handsome, as you can see right here, and with the grip on the GX8, it just feels so nice to hold. Last but not least, here's how the Panasonic Leica 25mm looks on my Panasonic Lumix G85, the largest camera body that I have. And actually, I used this actual combo a few weeks ago for event photography, capturing some, dinner events, and it works quite well. Anyway, let's talk about the image quality of the Panasonic Leica 25mm f1.4. So these last few weeks, I used the 25mm extensively to capture as many photos as I can, and I only use some other lenses very few times, just some random couple of group pictures, things like that. But for the rest of my needs, I try to force myself to just use the 25mm so that I can familiarize myself with the focal length and also understand what it can produce, the capabilities of the 25mm. Keep in mind, I don't really have that much chance to travel, to explore new locations. I just photograph my boring, mundane, everyday life. So there's no adventurous street photography pictures or grandeur, majestic landscape photos or compelling travel destinations, things like that. No, it's just my boring life to the office, at home, or maybe in the coffee shop, or maybe in the restaurant, things like that. Just some repetitive things, but I try to make them look interesting. Hopefully it's still representative enough so that you can understand the image quality of the 25mm f1.4. Let me share some photos right now that I captured using this lens for this last few weeks, but so far the images I think are really sharp, contrasty, the colors are punchy. I'm very pleased with the results that I get from this lens. Now, one thing to note is that I usually shoot wide open at f1.4. I don't bother stopping down, and even at f1.4 everything just looks nice and sharp and detailed and contrasty. I'm sure that if you stop down the lens a little bit to probably about f2 or f2.8, you will get critical sharpness, but wide open as it is at f1.4, I'm very happy with the result. After all, that's the reason why I bought this lens, for that large f1.4 aperture with the slightly zoomed in focal length compared to a normal wide lens. And why not use it wide open all the time? So earlier in the video, I mentioned that I want that extra punch, that extra secret sauce from this lens so that I can turn my boring life into something more interesting. And I think the Panasonic Leica 25mm f1.4 can really deliver that promise. First of all, it is a little bit more zoomed in, as I mentioned, compared to my normal preference, which is usually either a 14mm or 15mm lens. With that zoomed in focal length, you get a little bit more punch in, you get a little bit more compression, and also a little bit more natural background blur. Furthermore, it has the f1.4 aperture. That extra background blur gets more exaggerated, everything becomes dreamy, everything becomes so pleasant, and I just love it. And also, one thing that I note for certain, this lens has that character, that mojo. I cannot really describe it to you. I don't think it is very tangible, but something about the color and contrast looks different compared to my other lens. Maybe it's that Leica character, I'm not quite sure, but basically the blacks gets a little bit deeper, and then certain colors really pop out. Maybe something like green or red or blue can really punch out a little bit more compared to the other lenses. Maybe I'm just seeing things that are not there, or maybe I'm imagining something. I'm not quite sure, but I can definitely tell that this lens can produce some special characters in terms of contrast or color. Now, is this a good thing or a bad thing? It really depends. If you want some accuracy, maybe this is not the lens to get accurate colors, things like that. But I love the result so much. It looks organic. It has a slightly filmic look, but not in a bad way. Not like a low contrast filmic vintage look, but modern and organic. And just lovely overall, dreamy, but still sharp. It doesn't mean that it's lo-fi or anything like that. Just lovely pictures coming out from the lens, and it has a certain character. I can definitely tell if my picture is taken using this lens or other lenses. Performance. I want to talk a little bit about autofocus with this guy after using it for a few weeks. Definitely autofocus is fast and precise. Is faster compared to the slower 20mm f1.7. Definitely it is about as fast as my 14mm f2.5 little pancake lens, but I don't think it is as fast as the Panasonic Leica 15mm or other modern micro four thirds lenses in that matter. For example, the Olympus 12-40 or maybe the Panasonic Lumix 35-100, either the f2.8 or the smaller f4 to f5.6, or even to my super zoom 14-140mm f3.5 to f5.6. Not slow, don't get me wrong. It's really fast, it's blazing fast, it is so accurate as well. But when you use other lenses and you have point of reference, especially modern micro four thirds lenses, then you can definitely feel that it's a little bit behind, about 95% of the speed of those lenses. Now, I'm quite sure that Panasonic fixed the autofocus issue with the newer Mark II version of this lens. But anyway, if you get the Mark I version, don't worry, it is still great in terms of autofocus. Now, the conclusion. Can the Panasonic Leica 25mm f1.4 deliver on its promise, being able to make my boring live photos to become more interesting with its secret sauce and extra punch? The answer, definitely, as I mentioned before, yes, a very big yes. I'm happy with the result of this lens. It was able to document my life easily with that slightly zoomed in focal length that's not quite telephoto yet. It's surprisingly start to become easy to use this focal length. I start to become familiarized with 25mm, and I can start to see things in 25mm. It's about this tight from my eyeballs. But yeah, this is the perfect everyday lens. If you also want to do what I do, document your everyday life, I can definitely suggest this lens. This will give you that extra pop, that extra punch that can turn your boring moments into something that looks more interesting. I think this lens pairs really well with a normal wide lens, so maybe for group photos or for something that requires a wider lens, maybe scenery or something, use a wider lens, but for everyday moments, use the 25mm. You can also add one more lens, probably a small telephoto of some sort like the Olympus 45mm, and now you have a trinity of 3 prime lenses that are very capable, and you're able to capture just basically anything. Now, the obvious question is, how does it compare to my other quote-unquote normal prime lens around the same focal length area? For example, my Panasonic Lumix 20mm f1.7 and also my manual focus TT Artisan 23mm f1.4 and some other lenses. And the answer will definitely come soon. I will make a dedicated video comparing these quote-unquote normal lenses in one video, so you can definitely see which one is better for you. Anyway, that wraps up today's video. So those are all my thoughts and experience of the Panasonic Leica 25mm f1.4 after using it for a few weeks. I really enjoy using this lens so much. Hopefully this video can help to explain to you whether the Panasonic Leica 25mm f1.4 is a good choice for you or not. But anyway, enough about me. What about you? What is your favorite quote-unquote normal lens around the 20-25mm focal length? What is your favorite lens? Please share on the comment down below. Let me know. I love to hear from you. I love to learn about you as well. So please share down below. Let's have a little bit of a discussion. Hopefully this video has been interesting, entertaining, and also inspiring. Please don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel down below. And if you want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a paid supporter on my Patreon with the link right here. You'll get plenty of benefits. You get full access to all of my tutorials, video course, ebook, that kind of stuff. You get access to my Lightroom preset. You get access to photos that I captured with my Micro Four Thirds camera. You can download them, use them as your phone background or desktop wallpaper. So yeah, join my Patreon with the link right here. You can purchase also my latest travel video course called Simplifying Travel Photography with the link right here. It's about 1 hour 40-minute long. I explained all that I know. I shared all of my expertise and experience regarding travel photography. I shot that video in Iceland. You will learn things such as gear selection for travel photography, composition, storytelling, post-processing using Adobe Lightroom, and even I shared my tips and technique about shooting northern lights. And I think it's going to be interesting. I think you will love it. Again, the link right here. You can also use the affiliate links down in the description. You will get some discounts on select products and services, and I will get a small kickback to keep this channel running. And also maybe you want to use the support thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. That will always be appreciated so much. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.